Welcome into Off the Bench, presented by All-Star Toyota.
Ooh, you're scary.
We're bringing you the spookiest sports talk in town. With Jacob Hester and
Terrifying and terrible.
live from the haunted
Raising Cane's
studio, here's Jacob Hester and
Yo, and welcome in to OTB here live from Pro Dreams, right here off Burbank in the OG Walk-On Shopping Center. Pro-dreams.com is the website. Jake Flynn here, Alondra Tate back in studio. How we doing, sir?
Doing fantastic. Excited for another Thursday here at Pro Dreams. We are locked and loaded, ready to talk some game day, ready to talk some LSU A&M. Actually, to be looking at this, I don't know, what is this, 120-inch TV right here? It's gigantic. This is the 2023 LSU A&M game we're watching right here as we talk to you guys.
Yeah, they just threw up a stat that said LSU's defense at the beginning of this game had scored on touchdowns, not just field goals, on 13 straight drives.
Yes, LSU offense. Yes.
Where you get one of
Because we know
those?
the defense didn't score on 13 straight drives.
Well, they got probably scored on in that
yes.
year,
Uh-huh.
yes. But 13 straight drives, they had a touchdown. So if you know where one of those is at, let me know.
Yeah, we just need one of those offenses this weekend. That's it.
Yep. And I'm going to blame Jordan because Jordan turned this on, and now it's his fault. And also, he made me watch the Pelicans last night, and they fell apart in the third quarter, got outscored. They got doubled up in the third quarter, then really got outscored the entire second half, and they lose by 6, 128-122, if I remember right. Yeah, thanks, Jordan.
I thought you were joking about starting the show with Pelicans talk.
No.
No?
What do you mean? It's a local sports team right down the street.
Yeah, but y'all told me yesterday that I didn't really have to start focusing on basketball till Christmas.
I'm going to just flock up all the way.
No, I can't do that. Like, look, I've made a lot of steps this year. I'm now a Saints fan. So
You don't have to be,
So baby steps.
Yeah, you don't have to be a fan of the team that you cover either. Like,
It helps.
I'm not going to ask you to go buy a Pelicans jersey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm not covering them till Christmas.
All right, give me 2 Pelicans.
Zion. And Yves.
Oh, you tried.
I tried.
You
That's right,
tried.
hard.
You tried.
No, I couldn't even tell you the coach, bud.
Willie Green, very
Okay.
easy name.
All right.
We'll get you there. Christmas?
Christmas is when I'll start.
So you won't have it down by Christmas.
won't
You're
have
saying
it down.
You'll start. President's Day. It's like usually,
Yeah, when is that one?
on February 20th, 22nd.
Have it down by President's Day.
You have it?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
got it.
Fair enough. Well, that's all you can ask for.
I'll have it down as good as I had LSU baseball down.
I stitch head
Stitch head, bud.
by the end of it.
I tried.
You did. I thought you did pretty well. Thought you did pretty well. We are here. We enjoy hanging out Thursdays, home games, because LSU is back in Tiger Stadium. So when you see us here, that means the Tigers are at home. What a great opportunity they have at home. And again, we are watching the 2023 LSU A&M game. And I know LSU is going to be victorious because you know what? Since A&M joined the SEC, they have not won in Tiger Stadium. How much of that, Matthew, how much of that plays a factor in Saturday's game?
Well, I think it plays a huge factor for sure. I mean, the reason why the stats are like that in the last handful of years or however many years is because both stadiums are really tough places to play. They're both very like whatever you think about the A&M and the Yell Leaders and all that stuff. Like it's a really tough place to go in and play. The atmosphere is really good there. So for LSU to come in and to their home field and play an A&M team that is top 5, they are certainly going to need the home field advantage. We're going to need all the fans to show out, show up, be loud, do your thing throughout the day that makes you loud and crazy at night.
Yeah.
So just keep doing that.
Yeah. It is a hard sellout, like not one of those fake ones. You know, you're like, oh, sold out. It's like, hold on, wait a minute. Like, and I see a lot of empty seats in here. This is like a hard sellout. It's supposed to be the environment that we're talking about. And you are going to need it. And you're going to need some things that you haven't had. Like you're going to need to on the opening drive, right? You scored a field goal as the first points you've gotten on an opening drive this year last week. I mean, before that, it was 5 punts and an interception.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so, okay, you got a field goal. That's great. What else can you do? Can you put the ball in the end zone? Because you're going to have to do things that you haven't done this year if you want to be victorious. That's just the way it is. You're the underdog in your stadium.
Yep.
You're 20th in the country. They're going to be number 3 in the country. So you got to do things that you haven't done before. Like otherwise, you're not going to win this game, and that has to be the challenge this week across the street.
Yeah, you look at the game, and you look at the opponent, and this opponent is being propped up, and rightfully so. I don't think there's any glaring weaknesses on this team. They got a quarterback that is playing really well, very dynamic, but it's certainly not the first mobile quarterback we've had to face. So we are pretty seasoned in that aspect. I think this is going to be the 5th one so far, 4th or 5th one. But your team, as a LSU team as a whole, like you're going to have to play, not only your best game of the season, but like your best game of the season by far. Like you, especially offensively, like the defense has showed up and showed out plenty of times. They need to play a little bit more discipline this week than they did last week. Take a little bit better angles, but from an offensive standpoint, you have to be you've been like a shadow of yourself that you have in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
You have to be much, much better. And we've talked about this. Earlier in this week, we've done all the breakdowns. We've shown you different things that need to improve, people that need to play better. And we all know who it is and who all those people are on offense and everything. Everything has to come together. And if it doesn't come together, you're going to be looking at an opportunity to lose another game. But if it does come together, you have an opportunity here in your home field with the crowd at your back, with a good defense. If that offense can come together, execute, come off the ball, play with a little nastiness, play with a little anger on the offensive lineman, read the defenses, make the play when you get the ball in your hand, then you got an opportunity to upset on your home field a top 5 team.
What can you do within like a week to change some of the things that you didn't do a week ago? Is like kind of going to be my question. Like you don't have a bye week. You're coming back home, right? It's a normal week.
Yeah.
You don't have to travel, which that does help. I mean, you get some extra time in your own building, but like that's going to be my question. Like what can you do? And we've broken down the film multiple times. You've written about it. Like we've seen some of the issues, and sure, like it's in performance and it's in scheme and it's in the totality of everything that we're talking about. Like that's gonna be my question. Like what can you do? Have you done anything? Because if you rolled the same thing out there, you're gonna see a very similar result.
Well, there's not a lot you can do from a changing your
it's gotta already be in there.
philosophy. It's already got to be in there. I mean, you had opportunities on the bye week. There's obviously more opportunities on the bye week to come and to do something like that. And we saw them make the effort and go under center, throw a fullback in there and do some things. What I see is you have to, starting with the coaching staff and players on offense, you need one of those situations where you look in the mirror and you need like a Rocky movie type montage situation where you just get in your car and drive to some 80s music.
Yeah.
And like you got to refocus.
Stare off in the distance a little bit.
You got to understand as a coaching staff, like what you're teaching, what you're training isn't always working like you want it to. Maybe it's not. They're not doing what you're coaching. Maybe you are coaching it and it's just not working. Like you don't like. So as a coaching staff, you have to figure out, okay, how can I communicate with these guys better? How can we improve what we are telling them to do? How can we simplify some of the calls that they are making? And we all know that Nuss is not playing up to the standard that he has shown us. So it's one of those situations where he's got to get some confidence. He's got to look in and then. A lot of the game, especially at the quarterback position, but every single position out there. I mean, it's between the ears, man. You have to go out there and you got to get your mind right, and you have to play. You can't play scared. Just let it rip. He's got to.
How do you do that? I've never played quarterback. Mm-hmm. Y'all were sleeping on my arm talent the entire time. Y'all didn't let me throw any balls when we were here at LSU. No halfback passes. Mm-hmm. Okay, how do you do that? Because there's obviously the quarterback has to be the most mental position. I can't even imagine you're dealing with 1,000 things. If it's not going right and you get the yips, whatever. Okay, if you were a coach and you have a quarterback that is thrown for 4,000 yards and you can tell like it's a hair here, a hair there, whatever it might be, is it come out of the gates, get him an easy throw? Is it like, what is it? Like, what would you do to try to make sure he gets in the flow of the game?
I would easy throw hasn't been the answer because of the numerous and nauseating amount of wide receiver screens we've done. There's no better way to get an offense into rhythm, in my opinion, than to go to a no huddle, high tempo type drive, type series. So you see it all the time, and we've seen it it's frustrating for fans to watch a bunch because you'll watch your favorite team play, and they struggle on offense. They struggle.
Yeah.
We saw with the Saints this past weekend in Chicago. They're struggling on offense. Like, man, they can't move the ball. Then all of a sudden, it's 2 minutes before the half, and they're like, completion, working their way down the field.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why? People are always like, why are they doing that? Why can't they move the ball until they go 2 minutes at the end of the half or end of the game? Well, because when you go 2 minutes, you're working your most base plays that you installed day one of training camp, day one of OTAs or spring training, and maybe a little bit from day two. But it's these plays that you're running that you've run thousands and thousands of time from pro level to college. Like you've run these basic plays, and these basic plays that are basic that everybody does because they got answers for everything.
Yeah.
And you don't have to think about it. Like when you come out in the first half of a game, especially we talked like the first 15, these are all scripted plays. These are plays that coaches think about based on film review of the opponent you're playing, that they're like, all right, based on this team's more of a 3-4 than a 4-3. This team's an over front instead of an under front.
Yeah.
This time, like these guys like to do even with a stand-up end, blah, blah, blah. They're more of a nickel team. Like, so you draw up these plays, and now the foundation of all these plays is set. But there's little nuances, and they're like, all right, well, this team, we saw Alabama do this against this team, so we're going to do this play.
Right.
Because it worked. And let me tell you, every team is like that. This is not an LSU exclusive.
Every team, every league.
Every offensive coordinator, every coach ever is like that. And it works a lot. But when your offense is struggling, and you're struggling to get into that rhythm, struggling to get your quarterback in that rhythm, I was always the proponent of like, man, let's just go 2 minutes. Let's run our base plays. You have answers. Get the check down. And that was always like the most important thing, too, in 2 minutes. Just get a completion.
Yeah.
Not a screen pass completion. Get a completion.
Right.
I don't care if
Maybe
it's
a stick route.
I don't care if it's one play. So like we would cover two, man. I think this is open. I'm just going to pump fake it and hit my check down for 2 yards. Okay, we're in it now. All right, we're going. Let's roll. So I always thought that was the best way. And again, we saw it with proof of the Saints this past weekend. They had like 4 yards in the first half. Then all of a sudden, 2 minute drive. Boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
So that's what I would do.
And got him going.
I wouldn't
run. They got back in the game.
I wouldn't run wide receiver screen off of a potential run. I wouldn't do that.
Well, it's going to
go check out the article if you want to see why.
It's probably going to happen.
It's coming.
LouisianaSports.net. Check out the film review, and you'll see why it's probably not a recipe for success. All right, that is obviously just one look of many looks for the LSU Texas A&M game that we're going to have. We'll have a New Orleans Saints, Tampa Bay Bucks, Tampa Bay Tays, as we like to call them here on this show. A lot to get into. Stay locked in. We are OTB live from Pro Dreams here in Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to PelicanRoof.com. When you go to the website for Pelican Roofing, one cool thing they've got going on right now, top right corner, click on Community. When you click on that, you can nominate a veteran for a chance to win a free roof, completely free roof from Pelican Roofing. And we say it all the time. They do not have to do this, but they want to do this. They're in the local communities, in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge, boots on the ground in both, not driving back and forth on the basin. They care about both communities, and they care about you, and that's why they're doing a veteran roof giveaway. So nominate that veteran today. Again, go to the website, check it all out, PelicanRoof.com.
That's right, PelicanRoof.com. And like Jake said, they don't have to do this. It's not an insignificant thing that they're giving away here. But if you are, if it's that time where you just need a new roof, you need a roof repair, or you're building a new house with a roof, it's a big decision for you and your family, and it can be a big decision financially. So you can go to their homepage right there at PelicanRoof.com. Start the financing process right there. Look at all the 5-star reviews. Go see the best roofing company in Louisiana, pelicanroof.com.
...2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB here live from Pro Dreams in Baton Rouge, pro-dreams.com. Might be doing another giveaway. We're talking it through right now. We did some giveaways last time with some jerseys. We might do some more giveaways. We'll let you know. We'll update you there. All right, before we update you on LSU's injury report, let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
All right, go to GoFlowIV.com. GEAUX FlowIV.com is the website. Check out the membership packages. Check out all the list of services they can do for you. If you want to be hydrated for the game, if you want to, well, if you want to make sure you recover from the game, a couple different things that they can do from you. Just enjoying your time.
Okay.
Just fellowship.
Having fun.
Fellowship.
Being an
fellowship with friends. Go see them today. GoFlowIV.com.
That's right. GoFlow IV. If you've never done IV therapy, IV recovery, IV just feeling good, I would go see them right there on Jefferson Highway near Bocage. Just go sign up. You can be in and out, sign up a new account, get an IV, in and out probably 30 to 40 minutes. Feel good, especially as this weather is changing. Man, I was kind of cold walking out to the car today. It was like 50 degrees. You know what that means? You get a little nose sniffle. You get a little runny nose. You can start getting that cold, that fall, change of weather cold, and they can help you with the vitamins, with the hydration. Go see them. Go Flow.
Right now.
Right now.
All right, LSU will likely be shorthanded again on defense. The first injury report that we have seen this week. So Whit Weeks is listed as doubtful. Look, Whit hadn't practiced. Whit didn't play last week. If Whit was certainly available, you would see him out there. We all know Whit Weeks. We know his mentality. So him not practicing, that signifies, he's probably not playing in this game, minus the probably. Senior defensive tackle Bernard Gooden also remains questionable. That is another big blow to this LSU defense. He's got the bruised collarbone and, not really sure when he's going to be back and when he's going to be available. It's tough. Butler, your edge rusher, he's probable. He's had an ankle sprain, so that's good news to try to get one or more of your edge rushers back. Certainly, you were down numbers at that position group last week in Nashville. On the offensive side of the football, Tyree Adams is out, your starting left tackle. So Brian Kelly said on Monday that redshirt sophomore DJ Chester would likely man that spot in his absence. And, Texas A&M Moss, the running back, very talented running back, who actually we just saw score a touchdown.
Yeah, it was weird
in
that
this 2020
scored on the 2023 LSU
this 2023 defense. Obviously, Baton Rouge native. He is listed as out as well. Now they've got, Reuben Owens is the stud running back as well. But look, Moss is a game changer, so that's not nothing for Texas A&M. Tyree Adams being out because, look, I very much assumed Whit Weeks was out, Bernard Gooden was out, questionable, but I'm just going to assume he doesn't play. We'll see. But for Tyree Adams, though, your left tackle to be out, and again, your backup center, backup guard is kicking out to left tackle. It's a little surprising that there's not somebody ready to go. I know you're young at the position, but look, DJ Chester really struggled at left tackle against Vanderbilt. We showed a couple of clips where we thought maybe, as you said, he was going to get the roughing the passer on the quarterback. You know what I mean?
It's close.
And so, it's surprising. It's surprising to say the least. And I understand, he's got a ton of starts in the SEC. It's going to be a big, loud, ranked on ranked environment. I get all of that. But, not a natural position for DJ Chester.
Yeah, and I mean, you're talking about your starting left tackle being out. You know that it's not like they just made this plan up recently, though. This has to have been a plan that was practiced, talked about a lot, because coaches and coaches' staffs, they have a plan in place for every scenario of injury on the offensive line, because injuries on the offensive line happen a lot. They happen every single game. Whether it's an injury that takes you out for the game or an injury that takes you out for a couple plays or a series, they have a situation, they have a scenario. So, I mean, at some point we do have to sit there and trust what the plan that the coaches have developed. Now, can I say that DJ Chester was practicing left tackle reps last week in practice? No, he probably wasn't, because, like you said, backup center, playing other different positions. But at some point, he was taking reps as a left tackle or right tackle, and they're like, okay, I see something there, right?
Yeah,
like,
right.
I see what's happening. Now, when you're playing left tackle, like playing tackles, I mean, obviously, this is probably a dumb statement, but I'm just going to say it because I have to, right? Playing left tackle is completely different than playing guard or center from a footwork standpoint, from a stance. It's like completely different position.
From a being protected by others around you.
Yeah, like you are out there. So, like, if you're not working on that kick step, that left foot back stance in practice leading up, it's tough to just go out there and do it when the game's on the line. Do it mid-game when you got a defense that is, like, literally eating and feeling themselves, right?
Yeah.
So it's tough to do that. So with a week of practice, you have to trust the scenario of what the coaches have seen in the spring, what they've seen last year, what they've seen in training camp, practice, whatever it is, that they're putting the best guy out there. Now, they haven't once said that he's an incredible left tackle to us. They're telling us he's the best one they got to play that position. Or they're saying he's might not be the best one we got at left tackle, but he's almost the best one we got, but it gives us the best 5 across with him being at that spot, is what they're trying to tell us.
Yes, for sure. They're not just throwing him out there because he's a nice guy, which maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I don't know. But I think more of my concern is somebody else isn't ready to go at that position. Somebody and this isn't 2005 where almost every freshman redshirts.
Right.
Like, freshmen have to be ready to play, like, as soon as they almost get to campus now, which...
Yeah, so, I mean, at that point, it becomes like an indictment on the recruiting, on what you brought in and what you didn't bring in, or
development. Or
maybe goes out there and absolutely crushes it, locks it down, and we're like, whoa, well, yep, they knew.
He just needed a week of practice.
Just needed a week of practice, bud. You got to work on that kick step.
Okay. Ooh, fair enough. That's a cause for concern for me. It's going to be the position I hustled the most.
So it calls for concern from you.
Just because I saw it play out last week.
Because I get that. But the point you're trying to make is your concern is there's not enough talent in the room.
Well, it's not even like I don't know the talent, because it's your backup center having to go, like, is it talent? Is it development? Like, what is it? Like, that's my question. Mm-hmm. It's because you obviously have other tackles on this team. Even some of your guards have played tackle in college football.
Right.
It's got to go way up. Like, the production has to go way up at that position, I think.
So you're saying we got to recruit better, or we have to coach better?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, because we don't know, because you're kicking your center out there.
Yep.
So, like, that's the thing that we don't know. We don't know where those players are at. Mm-hmm. And I saw the way it went last week.
Yep.
With DJ Chester at left tackle.
Right. I thought it was very polarizing, the comment that Brian Kelly made this week when I think he was asked about, like, former players coming out in public and things saying, like, we're not physical enough, specifically offensive line. Now, I can't put that all on the offensive line. It's the timidness in which they're having to play with on a lot of the RPO stuff. Mm-hmm. That's certainly part of it. Now, they have to step up, and when it's time to go, they got to go, right? They got to stick their nose in there on the goal line. They got to be better in that aspect. But polarizing kind of a comment saying, when he said, like, that's the best five we got out there.
Yeah.
So it's got to be better. So basically saying, like, there might be some sort of either developmental or talent, deficiency.
Okay, well, when we come back, I want to have a conversation with, if you have a position that you know might go through some trials and tribulations, what do you do to try to mask that position? And we'll talk about that. But before we do, Louisiana roots, local people, real service. That's Campus Federal Credit Union. So whether you're looking for a new checking account, a car loan, or even help with your finances there with your business, Campus Federal has been servicing Louisiana communities since 1934. Shreveport, Baton Rouge, New Orleans. They understand what it means to take care of their own because they are from here. They're from Louisiana, and Louisiana means everything to them as well. So stop by a branch near you or visit campusfederal.org to learn more. Campus Federal, where family, community, and your finances come first. And like I said, when we come back, I do want to get into, all right, you've got this position. Maybe this position needs some help. Maybe you need to, try to game plan. I don't want to say around the position, but you need to do things that are going to make it easier on the person who wasn't a starter and is replacing a starter. And we'll talk about that, break that down when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to allstartoyotafbatonrouge.com, allstartoyotafbatonrouge.com. Buying, new, leasing, renting, everything is available. So if you're looking for midsize SUV, they've got you covering multiple options. If you're looking for a truck, same thing, multiple options. Full size, you got the Sienna minivan, you've got everything right there, okay? If you're looking for something for a road trip, if you're looking for something to rent during the holidays, it's not too early. Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever it might be, go ahead, call Miss Lisa Sessions today in that rental department and reserve your vehicle, allstartoyotafbatonrouge.com.
That's right. If you want to jump inside a new vehicle that's reliable, that's safe, that's efficient, you want to pick Toyota right there at All Star Toyota Baton Rouge. Airline Highway near Goodwood. If you are in the market, whether it's for you, whether it's for a family member or a loved one, whatever it is, new, used, lease, go to All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com and check it out. Everything on their lot right there, All-Star Toyota.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from Pro Dreams. Want you to go check out our friends at Russell Pool Company at russellpools.com. If you've been thinking about building a pool, make sure it's your dream pool. Everybody's dream pool is going to be a little bit different. And look, you've been thinking about this for a very long time, and so make sure you get it done the right way, the one that you want, the one that you've always wanted. So maybe you take something from here, take something from there, and you put it all together. It's an amalgamation, Flynn, of things that you put together. They're big word.
Holy cow.
Yeah, brain hurts. But you can do that, and you can do it and have them come out and build your dream pool at your space, your home, your business, whatever, wherever you're looking to build that dream pool. Russell Pool Company, russellpools.com. All right, so we are here at Pro Dreams, and Pro Dreams has these very cool jersey mystery boxes.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Great movie.
Well, we can tell you what's in the box.
Yeah, because, okay, so
it's a mystery box. So you buy one of these, $100.
100 bones.
And you get one of all these different, Jake's about to tell you all the names, but there's a signed jersey in here. So it's $100. You pick a box.
I'm going to tell you all the names, and I think even you know all these names.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I say that.
I don't know who Triple is, though.
I say that. I bring that up because they're the most known LSU people, right? I mean, it's stars in these boxes. All right, so if you buy one of these mystery boxes from Pro Dreams, you are going to have a jersey, an autographed jersey, by Thaddeus Moss, Odell Beckham Jr., Dalton Hilliard, Leonard Fournette, Devin White, Justin Vincent, Kyron Lacey, Tommy White, Zach Weeks, Triple Weeks. That means all three Weeks brothers. Whit Weeks, Tyrann Mathieu, Jay Johnson, Wes Weeks, Justin Jefferson, Paul Maneri.
Mm-hmm. Now, it's not all of them.
It's not
just one of those names we listed out.
Just one of those
so
fellas.
Don't get it twisted. Don't be
one
like
of those fellas.
$100 is getting you all those autographs.
Yeah.
Okay?
But you get a jersey. You get an autographed jersey. like Nick Papagiorgio. Put $1 in, I win a car. Put $1 in, I win a car, you know? Put $100 in, I win a jersey. So check those out. Again, pro-dreams.com is the website. All right, Flynn, we talked about the left tackle situation for LSU. I've been on teams, you've been on teams. I'm talking about at the highest level, professional football, where you've had a guy that's maybe playing out of position a little bit. Maybe and Matt said it yesterday, I think it was, maybe your swing guard has to play tackle because you're beat to hell and you signed somebody, but you can't get ready in a week. And so, like, you're trying to protect that player. Now, that does not mean 7-man protection. What would you do if you had somebody, and we're talking passing game more than anything right now, because I think the run game, actually the run blocking, it wasn't bad. Like, certainly for what it's been this year to what it was, I would say, without even looking at it, it's probably the highest graded run blocking game you've had. I mean, pretty close. I'll look it up during some of the commercials here. But passing game, what would you do if you had somebody you were trying to, I hate saying hide, but you're trying to help out in the game?
Yeah, well, so there's a lot of things that you can do from a protection standpoint. There's tons of things you can do from chipping to thumping to, now chipping is like a chip with a running back, a thump is a chip with a tight end. You can slide protection. But at the end of the day, like, you can't hide a person like an entire game. But you can certainly take different pass adjustments, pass protection calls. You can take those out of the game plan. Like, if you have a left tackle, you can take out the game plan a 4-man slide right. With 4-man slide would be guard center, guard tackle, sliding right, and you're leaving your left tackle isolated. You can take that out of the playbook. You can do as many things as you can to slide left. You can do a lot of dual protections instead of man protections.
We were doing a whole wedding song
I'm
thing.
down.
Better than shout.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing you have to do is you can't what's the word I'm looking for here? You can't do the same thing. You can't do the same thing over and over. You have to be very versatile. So you want to go out there, and if you're going to get in a situation like I said, you can't hide him forever. So at multiple points in the game, left tackle's got to go in there and win a one-on-one block.
Yeah.
You have to. Now, you don't have to stone him. You don't have to pancake him. But you have to get him moving in a direction that lets the quarterback be able to slide either over the top of him or underneath of him. And as a quarterback, you do also have to be hyper-aware of situations and hyper-aware of where your back is at different times. So you can't do the same thing over and over. So if you have, let's just say, 11 personnel and you land up in a 2x2 or a 3x1 situation, sometimes we're going to release our back, free release them. We're going to scat them. Even if it's not really a scat protection, we're just going to get out so I have an answer really fast if something happens.
Right.
Sometimes, same formation, that back is going to come over and chip. Yeah. And he's going to thump the hell out of that defensive end's rib cage.
Right.
Or armpit, or wherever it is. You look for something weak and you hit it. You hit it as hard as you can, and you slow him down.
Yeah.
Sometimes we are going to act like we're going to chip with a back, and then after we've chipped him, but he free releases around him, and we come in, hit you in the other rib cage with a guard.
Yeah.
Like, there's different, like, you want to give him different looks. We run a quick game or a quick screen. I'd love to see a screen that if we call a screen and just run a screen instead of an RPO type screen.
Yeah.
Just throw at them. Throw at their kneecaps.
Right.
Let's do a 5-man cut. I always loved games where we had at least one or two early in the game calls where all 5 linemen threw at the defense linemen's kneecaps.
Right.
Everybody's going to protect their kneecaps.
Yeah.
Okay? As soon as you have a 300-pound man throw his entire 300-pound body at a kneecap, it slows you down. Whether you believe it or not, whether you think it does at the defensive end, it subconsciously slows you down.
Right.
Give them different looks. Make them have to think. Don't let them pin their ears back and be like, all right, I got this guy one-on-one whole time. Right. One-on-one the whole time. Hey, how about we line up a tight end near the sideline and let that guy think he is one-on-one, motion the tight end in, and clean his clock.
Yeah. Because you can do that.
Situation.
I mean, you can do that.
You can't hit him in the head, but
you can do that, and then let's say you still want to get out the tight end into the route. You can. You just
absolutely you can
run through him, and you can just continue on, and you're going over the middle of the field, right? I mean, you're running a drag. You're just doing it after you try to stone the edge rusher.
For sure. And how about you run a traditional screenplay to the running back where he lines up and acts like he's in pass protection and slides out to the left. How about that? We hadn't seen that, I don't think. Bro, if it's not going to the wide receiver right now, we ain't running a screen.
Yeah.
Or if it's not that one where they goes out and then goes right over the middle.
You know what? A hitch route across the entire field, though. Can I interest you in that?
Can I interest you in that? So I just want to beg the offense, attack the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Attack the middle of the field.
And
I was watching. That's why we had so much success last year.
Yeah. It felt like last week there was police tape around the middle of the football field. You couldn't cross the line.
Let's take the touchdown pass out of what I'm about to say.
The tight end delay?
The tight end delay. Because that's like it's not a trick play, but it's a design play to go to that tight end. I'm not going to consider that an over-the-middle pass because it wasn't like a normally drop back.
Hitting your back foot.
There was one pass to Aaron Anderson. I think a seam route. And then I think that was the only pass completed. And that I looked at the passing chart from the game. I think it was the only pass completed over the middle besides like a check down or something. I looked at his passing chart from last year. Of course, it's like too many passes to like go and number it. There's more passes and touchdowns completed over the middle of the field, intermediate and deep part of the middle of the field last year. That's why you were more successful in the passing game, because you attacked the middle of the field. I always say, this is what I learned in the NFL. This is what I learned in Green Bay when we had like one of the best offenses in the world. Fastest way to the end zone is over the middle of the field. Yeah, sexy to go run inside fades, and those work. But they can't be your base play.
Right.
The play we keep going back to all the time, hitch route from number 1, slot fade from number 2, and a stick route from number 3. That seems to be our answer for everything, and it hasn't worked very many times. So I want to see a more dynamic passing game. I want to see attack in the middle of the field. That's where Aaron Anderson eats.
Yeah.
That's where he is so good.
Yeah.
That's where he is so dynamic. You're not taking advantage of his skill set, his football IQ, what he can do with the ball over his hand, how he can find holes and windows and get open. He is a special, special player. And for him not to have an impact last week is criminal.
It looks like on the passing chart there was 19 throws that were 5 yards or less. Mm-hmm. So 5 yards or less, and some of them were certainly behind the line of scrimmage. So 5 yards or less, there was 19, and there was only 13 that went over 5 yards on the passing chart.
I mean, that's pretty to par for this season,
okay,
though, right?
And in the hashes, so between the hashes of passes that traveled more than 5 yards.
One to Aaron Anderson. It was completed for a big play.
One single pass. Because you had 6 5 yards or less in between the hashes. Yep. Only one beyond 5 yards between the hashes. I mean, Coach, you can look at it.
I don't want to. So when you think about quarterback play, like so when we are running, it seems like our go-to pass routes. When we look at standard just drop back passing concepts, which there wasn't a lot of those against Vanderbilt. Just a standard drop back. I'm going to read. I got, single high safety. I'm going to go to my right. 2 high safety. I'm going to work to my left. Okay, this is the coverage. This is my number. This is my alert. This is my 1, 2, back to check down. Like there wasn't a lot of that. And every time we did do a standard type pass play, it seemed like everything was outside the hash.
Yeah.
Like I said, a hitch route outside, a slot fade, a stick route. Yeah, that's a decent play. Can be a good play. Mm-hmm. But it's not a go-to type play. It doesn't have answers. Your go-to type plays, you always want answers over the middle of the field. And I know you can say, checkdown's over the middle of the field. Yeah, I got you. It technically is. But, you want to get your receivers attacking, stressing the linebacker, stressing the safeties, stressing their assignments on defense.
Yeah.
And when you have a guy like Aaron Anderson that understands where he is in a progression, understands how to get open, and, I'm not just making that up. We saw it all last year.
To your point, how many big plays, how many game-changing plays did you have over the middle of the field last year? I mean, you go back to the Ole Miss game and how you won that game. There was chances you took, good high-percentage chances that you took over the middle of the field. And that's what won you the game. You forced overtime and you win the game there.
And if you have a quarterback that's looking for his footing, You're not going to get him in a rhythm. You're not going to get him confidence by throwing a one-on-one 50-50 slot fade a couple times a game.
Yeah.
Throwing a hitch route into quarters to the far side of the field. In the NFL, that might work because the hashes are tighter. It's not as far of a throw.
Yeah, it's a
college.
Long
it's
throw.
A long throw.
It's in the air for a long time.
And so, like, he's making all these catches. Like, okay, I get a completion, but man, he's got to be saying, well, that was almost picked.
Yeah.
That's not giving you a lot of confidence. Throwing over the middle of the field is easier throws for the quarterback.
Yep.
It's not as far of a throw. You see it really well. Get the ball. Stress the middle of the field. Attack it. You have to do it with A&M. You have to attack their linebackers' assignments. Make their safeties and linebackers make a play, cover a lot of windows, and attack the middle of the field. That's how you're going to get Garrett Nussmeier into a rhythm.
All right, we will step away. More OTB when we come back here live from Pro Dreams in Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com, trashrangers.com. Sign up for weekly service, residential and commercial. You also can sign up for those roll-off dumpsters we tell you about. You got 3 different sizes to choose from, so make sure that you have the right size on your project. And if you're not sure, give them a call, 225-612-2477. Hey, here's what I've got going on. Here is my project. They're going to make sure you have the right size. And even, as we always tell you, if you undersell it and you got more than you thought, that's okay. They'll come, they'll empty it, they'll bring it back to you. That's the kind of service you get over at Trash Rangers.
Trash Rangers, they are literally the best at taking out the trash. Whether it's residential, whether it's commercial. So if you have to have a dumpster at your place of work and get it picked up once a week, how about 6 times a week? They can handle it. You got a special project, you need a roll-off dumpster. Well, they got 3 sizes. So if you got to do a little spring cleaning, someone's moving out, whatever it is, you get a little roll-off dumpster and they can pick it up, take it out, and they have their Trash Ranger sanitation department, portable toilets right there for any job site, any festival, whatever it is. Go to trashrangers.com.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB here live from Pro Dreams. Again, a reminder, you've got a mystery jersey box here from Pro Dreams. $100, and you get a chance to win a jersey by the likes of Odell Beckham Jr., Leonard Fournette, Devin White, the Weeks brothers. You've got all 3 individually, or you've got the triple Weeks. Hadn't met him yet. You got the Tyrann Mathieu, Jay Johnson, Justin Jefferson. All those could be available in this mystery box. So go check those out.
Box?
Hopefully it's not what it was in 7.
Just $100 too.
What? Huh?
I can't hear you.
Yeah, good. I said hopefully it's not what it was in 7.
I saw some people talking about this in the chat. Apparently, RIP to Winn-Dixie grocery stores. They're leaving Louisiana.
Are they?
Closing all the remaining 13 locations. Yep, headed out. See you later.
Man, Rouse is just big boy.
Big boyed him out of here.
Wow.
Kicked him on out of here.
Hey, Rouse has said that's my beach cruiser punk.
That's right.
Like on Friday, they got deboed.
Yep. So RIP to Winn-Dixie. See ya.
Take a lap.
Take a lap.
Make it a long lap. All right. Well, it is what it is. Hey, maybe LSU football can.
That's right. Like, I don't have any follow-up on or comment
no, I like
on
it.
that.
I mean, we're Team Rouse's.
We're here to just report the news right here.
Yeah, and that's factual.
We are a local radio show, so we got to report the news as it's happening.
Regional radio show.
Yeah, local to the region.
That's actually a pretty good spin. I don't hate it. It's not your worst. You've had much worse.
Thank you. Take that as a compliment.
Yeah, it should be. It should be. All right, so coming up in hour number 2, we'll start to get into some of the Saints-Bucks. I know that Tampa Bay Tay has got some Bucks stuff that he wants to get out here.
Get off his chest a little bit.
Yeah, he does, for sure.
He hates all Saints fans this week.
Flynn watched the entire Pelicans game, so he's definitely going to be on that one.
Who liked in? Saw a couple of give and goes. That's all I know. That's the only play I know.
That's it.
The back door, I think. We had that play, man, in Church League. That was Team Royal Blue.
Your colors? Yeah. That makes sense since you dream in cartoons and can smell colors. Mm-hmm. Makes a lot of sense. So Pelicans also lost. Maybe we'll make Jordan hop on here. Jordan's here. Jordan has a Pelicans podcast that you should check out, subscribe, like the whole deal. So maybe we'll give Jordan like Pelicans 90, not 90 minutes, 90 seconds. Maybe we'll give Jordan some time.
We got to vet his takes first. We got to vet his takes.
Yeah, because the give and go, is that the one you? That's the one you want to use here?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The back door. I don't know what you're talking about there, but Royal Blue. Don't know what that is.
Royal Blue, bud.
All right, so we are going to come back your way. Hour number 2 of OTB here live from Pro Dreams.
Off the bench.
All right, so when it comes to industrial construction across Louisiana and the Gulf South, nobody does it better than Pala. For over 50 years, Pala has been the trusted team for fabrication, maintenance, and major construction projects. They're built on safety, precision, and doing the job right every single time. So from energy to manufacturing, Pala keeps Louisiana running strong. You can visit palagroup.com to learn more. That is palagroup.com. It is building Louisiana's future one project at a time.
That's right. And Pala's reputation is built on safety. It's built on quality, teamwork, and they are known for doing the job right and doing it safely every single time. And right now, Pala's looking for skilled craftsmen, welders, project professionals. So if you're ready to take your career to the next level with a company that values people as much as production, check them out at pala.net. That's pala.net. Pala Industrial Contractors, building the Gulf Coast since 1973.